This video, we're just going to have a look at one way to add a demo content to your website. If you're busy putting something together, you just want a couple of posts so you can do a bit of, formatting and layout. So the plugin that I like to use for that is called Easy Populate Posts. This is what it looks like with the Hummingbird, and I'm going to take you through it and also show you why this is a good choice to do that. So I've already downloaded and I'm going to activate. And once activate, we'll go and have a look at some of the settings. So we're just waiting for that to activate. The plugin is activated and we're ready to get started. So first thing we're going to do, just remove that notice at the top of the page. The plugin is activated. So now we can go and have a look at populating some posts. So here we have Easy Populate Posts, and we're going to head over to Settings. And in the settings, you'll see that you're given a couple of options. So we're going to be generating some posts. So I would say maybe we'll go for 15 posts. And the one thing that I like to tick straight away is this content cleanup on deactivate. What's great about this now is that when I deactivate the plugin, all that demo content is gone. So this is great when you're setting up for a client and you just want to show them what it's going to look like. But then when it's done, you don't want to have to go through everything manually. Well, that's the setting that takes care of that. And that's one of the best reasons why I like to use this plugin. And then before we start looking at the various terms and things, then on the far right hand side, you'll see an option for images. And I'm just going to go ahead and say add images. And that's all that I normally do then. And then a couple of images are imported. The other nice thing about the plugin is that you can save the settings without having to necessarily create the posts. So that's great. I'm not ready to create the post, so we're just going to save those settings, and you'll see that there's a selection of images that have already been pulled in, which is great. And now what I'm going to do is just have a look here at the terms. So at the moment there are 3 terms, and these would be, you'll see the categories. So in this case, because I'm making some posts, I also want to have some categories. So what I'm going to do is maybe just go with 5 categories, and then we'll nothing too fancy in terms of the name, so it'll just be category 1, category 2, category 3. So I'm just going to copy category and then paste that as I go. So category, then we go to category 2, category 3, category 4, and then finally category 5. The other setting that you need to be aware of with the taxonomies here, or the terms, is to make sure that if you select this to all, then it will be applied to all the posts. So I'm going to just go random, and then the terms will be randomly applied to the posts. Otherwise, this category will be applied to all the posts. So if you leave it on all, then all the posts get the same categories. So to randomize it means that you have a mix-up of different things. Right. That's all that I want to set for this at the moment. And I'm going to save the settings. And then we're going to go ahead and execute the post. So if I go into my posts at the moment, you'll see that I have a couple of posts that I've been using for some testing, but nothing with images, nothing that's going to give us any impression of a post. And now what I'll do then is execute posts add, and we simply click on that, and then you'll see that we have a selection of posts added at the bottom, and you get an idea, and that looks good. Now when I head over to posts and refresh, you'll see that I have a selection of posts, and you'll also see that with the post then we have different, immediately here you'll see we have different categories, we have different tags, some with, some not. So that's fantastic. And then I'm going to go and view the posts, and I don't have a template set up for the post yet, but if I was to edit a post, then you'll see that the post comes with a featured image. So with that loading up, there we have the categories, and there we have the featured image. If I go over into my media folder, you will see that we have a selection of new images that have been added. So those are the images that have been added. And then if we go into the post categories, you'll see a selection of categories that have been added. So there are the categories, and then down the right, on the far right hand side, you can see the number of posts per category. So that's fantastic. I'm very happy with all of those items. And then just to show you what happens now if we were now to disable the plugin. So I'm going to head back to all posts, and you will see that we have all the posts, and the only post that I was working on was some ARB in these here, in the future, in the present, in the past. So if I go now to that plugin and disable, and remember we selected the content cleanup on deactivate before we got started. Going to head over to plugins. Right, so we're just waiting for plugins to load up, and then I'm going to go down to the Easy Post Populate. We'll deactivate. And then once that's deactivated, we're going to head back to the posts. So now we'll head back to posts, refresh, and all that content is gone. And if I go into the media folder, you'll see that those images of the landscapes that were added are also all gone. So a really great plugin when it comes to creating demo content. If I was to reactivate that plugin, then, so I'm going to activate. You're not going to see any posts added automatically. So we've activated the plugin, and if I head over to posts, it's not that the posts are brought back. So the posts have to then be recreated. But the good news is that you didn't have to manually go in and do any updates. So that's how the plugin works. It's a really great plugin, works really well. And if you're happy with your experience, why not pop over and buy me a coffee, make a PayPal donation. I'm going to now use this to make some demo content, but just wanted to show you how that is done. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching.